So here's a news article today. Some American women choosing single life over settling for less. I had to watch this. I didn't watch or read, but the title alone made me laugh because watch
A
this.
growing number of American women are choosing to remain single rather than settling for unsatisfying relationships. Now, that's according to a new essay by the Wall Street Journal, which highlights the newer, different priorities among men and women. News Nation's Mills Hayes joins us now with more on what's driving the significant culture shift. So, Mills, what is behind this trend?
So we're getting ready to get to Diddy based on a woman hosting a news anchor show and another woman who's reporting the story. And I bet you both of them have a man, right? Neither one of them are single. And if they are, I can tell you why they're single. But I can tell you why a lot of women are saying, oh, they choose single and celibacy over being with a man is because a lot of them are doing OnlyFans. They dress like whores. They dress like sluts. Their expectations are beyond reach when a huge percentage of civilization in America, people are living paycheck to paycheck, but women want a man who makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. He has to be 6'5" or more, muscular, drive an expensive car, have an expensive watch, have tattoos, a 12-inch penis. The expectations are crazy. When guys literally will settle for anything as long as the woman is um she doesn't have to be attractive, but as long as she works, she is faithful and loyal and is committed to a relationship, guys are happy. But women want so much. I mean, look at these women. Like, look at this hairstyle. Hers is a little different, but look at this hairstyle. It's the same shit you see with every woman. They always have to have all the hair on the front of them. They can't. God forbid it's on their back because they got to do this. They got to play with their hair every 5 seconds. They have to have long fingernails. They have a septum ring and all this BS. Like guys don't give a shit about that stuff. They don't care. It's not attractive.
Hey, good morning, Kelly. Well, the group chat, we talk about this a lot. The numbers show it's a major shift in perspective. Women today are more financially independent. They're
No, they're not.
prioritizing their careers and education and friendships above
No,
traditional
they're not.
relationships than in the past. 2022
Wrong.
data from the Pew Institute highlights this change. Only 34% of single women today actively seek romance.
I don't know where they get this information from. And this is News Nation, and they're usually pretty conservative biased, right? But this statistic I find to be absolutely inaccurate because men are okay. Again, men are the easiest thing to please. We are. We just want to go to work, come home, have dinner, and chill. That's all we want. Maybe some sex. Women want so much. They demand so much. They women cheat more than men. Women dress so provocatively that no man wants to date a woman who goes out wearing extremely tight clothes, showing off camel toes, going out without a bra on, showing off their nipples. You know, and no decent man wants to get with that woman. So women are having a hard time attracting men. So what do? Their defense is, you know what? Hey, I don't want to be in a relationship. It's because you can't find one, bitch. You can't get one. Because men don't fucking like that kind of shit.
Compared to 54% of single men. So why do men seem to desire romantic companionship more than women? One dating coach weighed in.
And all women do is call men incels. That's all they do. So men are constantly being degraded by women today. So, of course, these women who do this cannot find strong, stable relationships because men are like, you know what? Well, fuck you. Fuck it. I'll be by myself and I'll keep my money to myself. You see in all those videos where men take women out to dinner on a first date and then women want the man to pay for everything. Like, fuck you. You pay for your half.
Men don't necessarily have the social circle that women do. women do, which is sad, but true.
Also not true.
Just a decade ago, significantly more women saw marriage as essential to fulfill.
Is also not true, because you have no idea how tight a man's group is, right? So a man will have maybe 2 to 3 close friends. It's a very tight group because it's about trust. Women will have groups of 10 to 20 and they don't trust any of them, but yet they stay in those groups. The funny meme is like women, you'll have a group of 5 girls, let's say 5, right? 5 girls. One of them is always overweight and ugly. And the other 4 are very skinny, malnourished, anorexic, and somewhat attractive. But they have to have that one overweight, unattractive woman around so it makes the other 4 look fantastic. But they don't trust each other. They will screw each other over in a heartbeat. And out of that 5, probably 2 to 3 of them have an OnlyFans account where they're showing off their body and doing sexual pleasures for money. Because they think that's what their life and career is. Men don't do that shit. Men just go to work and come home.
To a fulfilling life.
You have to think about fulfillment. How do I feel most fulfilled in my...
I can't even listen to this bitch. Just by looking at her. So, look, I'm not the most attractive guy in the world. I'm in my 50s. I'm getting old. I get it, man. But I'm fine. I'm okay with it. But look at this woman. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4 moles on her face. Okay? She has the whole don't look up Jennifer Lawrence haircut going on. She has the bright pink lipstick. She actually has real eyebrows, but she has fake eyelashes. She's wearing bright pink just so everybody knows she's a woman, right? And guys pick up on this. They're like, you know what? You're doing all this to put yourself out there. We don't want that. We just want a quiet, closed relationship. But this woman, despite her 4 moles, if a guy had these moles, no woman would find him attractive. No woman would want to date him because, oh my God, he has an imperfection. She has 4 imperfections right here. We're not even going to talk about the other shit. But 4 imperfections. But I still think she's cute. If she wasn't a bitch, I'd be like, you know what? I'd go out with her. I'd date her. But if this was a guy, a woman would not date him.
My work. Do I want to be married? Do I want a relationship or do I not? These are the kind of questions we need to start asking because we've been so obsessively asking the other questions for so long, and it's leading to problems in our culture.
Historically, marriage was viewed as a milestone for adult life, but today many women say that they're unwilling to compromise their ambition or settle for less than the ideal partnerships. And this contrasts sharply with past generations who felt societal.
I got to stop it right there. Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. What she said.
How do I feel most fulfilled in my work? Do I want to be married? Do I want a relationship or do I not? These are the kind of questions we need to start asking because we've been so obsessively asking the other questions for so long, and it's leading to...
She's actually got 5 moles.
Problems in
That's why she has the long bangs. She's trying to cover up at least 2 of those moles with the bangs.
Our culture.
So are they moles or is that herpes? We don't know.
Historically, marriage was viewed as a milestone for adult life, but today many women say that they're unwilling to compromise their ambition or settle for less than the ideal partnerships.
So they don't want to settle for less than their ideal partnership. So she said it. She said it herself. She already fucked herself. So what do women want? Someone who's at least 6'5", extremely muscular build, with a ton of tattoos, makes 6 figures a year, extremely attractive, right? Has to be extremely attractive, full jaw, tattoos everywhere, big beard, all that shit. That's what they want. But if they don't see that in someone, they're not going to date that guy. They want that guy to pay for everything. The women don't want to work, but we had that whole equality thing many, many years ago where women want to be considered the same as men in their workforce, right? But today, what do we have? We have OnlyFans. We have streamers. We have YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok, Instagram. All these women are selling their bodies to make money. It's all the women are doing when all of them are mid-looking. Women are all the same. They all have breasts. They all have ass. They all have vagina. Like, it's all the same. Nothing is better than the other. It's all the same. But yet you have standards that you do not want to pass.
And this
right?
contrasts sharply with past generations who felt societal pressure to marry younger and prioritize.
Societal pressure. Get the fuck out of here. Societal pressure. There's no pressure. The only pressure you're getting is from your parents. Because your dad or your mom wants you to marry a good person. And I get that. They should. So you don't want to go out and marry Hakeem, who's hanging out on the urban corner selling drugs. You don't want your daughter marrying that guy. You want her marrying a guy who went to school, graduated with good grades, has a good job, makes good salary, doesn't have to make $6 million a year, but he takes care of himself. That's what the parents want. That's the only pressure you need is from your parents. So we're going to read a little bit about this story here. So why do men seem to desire romantic companionship more than women? Erica Eden, a dating coach. What a fucking job, right? Dating coach. Weighed in. Men don't necessarily have the social circle that women do. Men generally don't have as many friends as women do, which is sad but true. So again, we talked about this already. That's a fucking lie. So men keep their groups small and tight because of trust. Men know that people are out there to fuck you over and take you for every penny you have. So men keep their groups really tight. I have 3 really close, great friends. 3, that's it. Everybody else, I barely talk to them. I have 3 great friends. One's because he works at HVAC, and he helps me out at my house with my heating and air conditioning. And he hooks me up under the table. But he's still a good friend because I've known him since high school. Anyway, but girls, they just have groups of friends because they want themselves to look better. It's all fake. There's no trust. It's all fake. How do I feel most fulfilled in my work? And do I want to be married? Do I want a relationship or do I not? These are the kind of questions we need to start asking because we've been so obsessively asking the other questions for so long, and it's leading to problems in our culture. Marriage was once viewed as a milestone in adult life, and it should still be. Today, however, many women are unwilling to compromise their ambitions or settle for less than ideal partnerships. Less than ideal. You set your standards so fucking high when majority of men are they have no standards. They're happy. You could be 300 pounds and ugly as fuck. You could look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But if you are loyal, loving, and intimate, they're happy. They're happy. Yep, that is true, bro. It's true. And they will walk down the mall holding your fucking hand and defend it against anybody who's got a problem. Women, nope, they won't do it. Education and money reshape marriage goals. As marriage rates decline across the board, women appear particularly skeptical, and the societal implications are significant. Nobody gives a fuck. Economists and sociologists have identified an expanding educational and economic divide between women and men. Who gives a shit? The Pew Institute reports that 47% of women aged 25 to 34 have bachelor's degrees. Bullshit. Bullshit. From what? From where? State colleges? Technical community colleges? Come on. Compared to only 37% of men. Because men do trade jobs. Construction, electrical, welding, plumbing. They do what's most needed in the world. When women go for HR, talent recruiting, and we include gay men in there too. Gay men are women. So we HR, talent recruiting, nursing, because it's the easiest gimmick to take. Men are providing something. Women are increasingly looking for partners who match their educational and career ambitions, but frequently struggle to find them. reshaping expectations around. I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. What are you talking about? They're looking for partners to master educational and career ambitions. The only reason why you have high education or high career is because of DEI. So most companies, and I worked for a company for 20 plus years, every company has a diversity check. We must hire this certain percentage of whites, blacks, Indians, Hispanics that are legal, not illegal, senior citizens, veterans, men, women. It's every company. So women are given jobs just because they're women. Just because they're women. And then they weaponize that against men. Etten suggests that for many women, their partner's height may not matter. Bullshit! Bullshit! You've seen the videos where women are always bitching that men have to be at least 6.5 feet tall or higher. Right? When most women average what? 5'7", 5'8", something like that. What matters more is whether they align in values and ambition. Like women have no values or ambitions. I'm not saying all of them, but majority. There are some. I've met a girl named Heather in my life who doesn't act like this. She was just a beautiful person. I wish I was still with her, but I'm happy where I'm at. But they talk about values and ambitions when most women, their ambitions are showing their body off. OnlyFans, creating TikTok videos where they go to the gym in tight clothing, showing off their camel toe, and trying to capture a guy staring at them so they can make a video about it. Come on, man. That's women's values and ambitions. Bullshit. Bullshit. This argument is probably going to go on forever. And personally, I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. And I will just demonize them every chance I have. And honestly, if we could, the population may go down really quick. But if we could do without the women, I think the world would be so much better. I think the world would be so much better without women. That's just me.